This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
This
Just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Yes.
Hey.
Feeling good?
Yeah, I was a little
Feeling
thrown
really
off.
good.
Tori's like shuffling papers, like when they tell you have to get off your plane for some reason, you need to gather your stuff. That's what you were doing.
You've
What's
sat
happening
next to me
over
for
here?
6 years. I've done that
Yeah,
for
I
6
have
years.
shuffling immunity because
Yeah.
Means the show's about to start.
Yeah.
If she
Yeah.
doesn't take her water bottle on camera and put it under her table, the show's not official.
That's so true. Every
it
single
starts.
time.
And what do you mean get off a plane for some reason?
You know, like when they're like, there's a mechanical glitch, you have to get your stuff off the plane. It's the worst, and everybody, you just hear that hush over the plane. Sorry. Okay.
For some reason. Maybe because you've landed. That's a good reason to
when
get
you
off.
haven't taken off yet.
Oh, and you got to get back
Yeah,
off?
when they go, I'm sorry, folks, we got to pull back.
De-ice
and
or
everything.
something.
It's
And
the
you got to
worst.
get off the plane
Yes,
before you
and
take
you know
off?
that feeling
That's-
because everybody's trying to change their flight. It's terrible. Sorry.
No, that was good.
Okay.
That
Was
was
it?
good. All right, so listen, we're gonna get started today. I got everyone calm down. I heard we have no prompter. I'm gonna do it on here. Let's take a break.
Yeah. This is
how we do it.
Let's take a break.
Yeah.
All right, so Jessica Simpson is spilling the tea on a secret affair she had with a movie star. Ooh, this is embarrassing though. In an ebook essay, what is that?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I think it's a
Listen, that's
blog.
like J-Lo's blog, and both are super embarrassing. Anyways,
Oh my gosh.
Jessica wrote about a romance she had with an unnamed man she called a massive movie star. She said they flirted at the MTV VMAs back in 2001, then reconnected in 2006 after her divorce from Nick Lachey, but she ended it after she suspected that person had a girlfriend. So she said she was feeling like a call girl a little bit. We're not going to speculate on who that person might be, even though that's part of the fun.
Totally.
But I don't know why
And
we're
the
not
only
choosing to
reason
do
she
that.
wrote it, yes.
So what do you think about Jessica kind of not naming names, but letting this affair out into the
Ether.
ether?
Ethos.
I couldn't put my finger on it.
I was so close.
That was the word I was looking for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so initially I was like, okay, there are a lot of people who are seeing people who are in other committed relationships without their knowledge. So you might be dating someone and they are married and you have no idea, and that's very common. I thought that was something to write about that situation, but now that I'm really thinking about it, it kind of sounds like she's trying to get ahead of something.
Oh, I see.
Like
see that.
someone is calling her out for being the third person in a relationship, and she's getting ahead of it to say, I didn't even know that the relationship existed, and had I known, I wouldn't have dated this person. That's how it's reading to me.
How do you get ahead of something that's 22 years old?
Because if someone's gonna say something disparaging about you, like, oh, well, you know, she dates married men or whatever, and then this is the example,
some backup
then
there.
she's saying, hey, this was a situation I was in. I was unaware of the details of his status. Let me go into this, situation and explain, which a lot of people are gonna be like, hey, that happened to me too.
I didn't like that she wrote it.
Yeah.
I didn't like that she wrote it. You're going to go that close to the line and not tell us? I mean, I don't get it.
So you don't like that she didn't tell us?
No, I just don't. What was her point? Like, now
I just gave you a point.
True, and that's actually the best point that I've heard, and I think that's great. But if it isn't that, and she's just doing this for some kind of clout or to get back in the conversation, you either say it or you don't put people on blast like that. I feel like that. I just don't love it.
That's where I am. And there have been celebrities in the past that were written about, blogged about. A lot of things have come out on medium.com. And I think what happens when people read those is they don't realize that they're written from the one person's perspective. And when you're going to write it from your perspective, Al or Erica or Jeff or Tori are going to be the star of the show. You're not
Right.
going to say, and here's the bad stuff I did. It's always going to be, I was backstage just relaxing, this person came up. And I just think it's a skewed perspective that's taken as fact. And when people have lives and people have moved on, unless something has come out, which at this point I doubt. I mean, these are older, not older folks, but we're older at this point. I just think it's a good way to disrupt somebody's current relationship.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that scares me.
But see, here's the thing. We're talking out of both sides of our neck because half of you are saying that you wanted her to name the person if she was going to tell the story. And then the other half is saying it could potentially ruin someone's relationship, but she didn't name the person.
But I'm saying
to be
Yeah, I'm saying don't write in the first place.
But I'm simply saying there had to have been a reason for it being written and being written now.
Yeah.
I'm offering one theory to that reason. I could be right, I could be wrong. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I do think when you said about the whole, like, if you're telling the story from your narrative, you're going to be the star of the show and you're going to be less able to tell your side of your wrongs.
Right.
And I just think that depends on who the storyteller is, because I think there are some people who are very capable of probably giving too much information about what they did to contribute to the situation.
I don't think a lot of people are going to be forthcoming like, hey, I was doing a lot of drugs and doing this,
Well, it
and then I
happens
went
all
after
the
this married
time.
man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It happens a lot. And then we're like, why'd you say that?
I don't know.
I think part of the hype is the speculation, because there are some big names on that list of people who they speculate. So I think that's why it's driving everybody crazy.
Yeah. She said mega movie star.
Yeah.
Who?
But what was that?
That's subjective.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I think
why-
we've gotten to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
All right. Jennifer Lopez, who does have a
Newsletter.
wow, is listing her Bel Air mansion for $42.5 million. And she has a newsletter. Okay. She bought the home 7 years ago for $28 million. That's a pretty nice profit. The 9-bedroom, 13-bathroom home is part of an estate that covers 14,000 square feet. Inside the French country-style mansion features this living room with a winding staircase, a kitchen with natural light, a massive home gym, and home theater with movie posters featuring J-Lo, her newsletter, Ben, and them together.
Her newsletter.
There's an infinity pool in the backyard, putting green and outdoor theater, and Lake J-Lo.
Wow.
Here's my question, because I do a lot of like celebrity or like big money house viewings, you know, like looking for my next place.
For sure.
And why are the kitchens in these houses so small? If you have a 14,000 square foot home, why is the kitchen
Because there's
not at least 4,000? Like, how often is everybody in the kitchen?
Well, true, but I think there's a second kitchen. Usually with this house, you have
but
like
you
a
need
cooking
a big kitchen. Yeah, but then that's the chef's kitchen, which
Right,
is
the chef's
smaller
kitchen, right.
than the main kitchen. I need a big main kitchen. Why is there no big main kitchen?
This is such a, I don't
What
know.
a
Now I have to build my 14,000 square foot home.
Or you could just hang out in your lake. Host made it up.
Because you're not cooking, that's right. You're having people bring in the lobster.
But everybody's still around. Everybody hangs out in the kitchen.
You congregate around that area.
You're thinking too normally. You got to think $42 million.
I'm just asking,
house.
you know.
Coming up on DBL, we're starting our sandals trip giveaway today, so make sure to keep watching for your chance to win. Plus, our interview with 90s heartthrob Joey Lawrence. He's telling us all about his new movie and his days on Blossom, and we've got a sneak peek of this year's Super Bowl commercials. That's next.
Our viewers are talking about DBL.
Yes!
I like that.
Leaves me speechless. I'm like blushing. Thank you, thank you.
That's emotional.
Do I want to sit there and watch them? Yes, I do.
Oh,
I knew it was down. I was like that.
yeah.
You know?
So
That's all.
I know a lot of people, myself included, clearly, have a sport called just going down Realtor.com or Zillow.
I do Zillow.
With multi-million-dollar homes, because of course we're all looking for our next house, and that is my number one pet peeve.
Those
It's
small
always
kitchens?
the kitchen.
Now, can I ask you if this is a cultural thing? Because as a Jew, I say this respectfully, we also congregate around food.
But I was going to
And
say,
is that-
but you don't really cook, Tori, to be fair.
I cook,
so
right.
Erica wants a big kitchen. That's where she like hosts.
Congregates, right.
Would you care if the kitchen was that big?
I'm more of a dining room fan, front room.
You'd want a bigger dining room.
Yeah, or like a den. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
See, I'm not like the chef, but I do host parties.
And they all
everybody, you can't get people out of
That's
the
what my dad
kitchen.
says. If you want a party, they're going to congregate where the food is or the alcohol. So
Right.
don't put that in some random place.
What a genius.
I know. You know, instead of thinking you're going to walk around the house. And
Wow.
No, but instead of walking around the house, you stay by the alcohol.
For sure.
So put it in a place that's large enough to congregate.
But see, so when we did, what a lot of people did was during the
When you're hosting a party,
pandemic,
have
you
food
created
and
like
liquor.
your outdoor spaces. Like, how should this really be now that we have all this time at home? And that's what we did. We moved where the drinks would be to outside.
I see.
So that it separates the two.
Oh, so you don't get clumps.
Right.
You
so
don't want
people are
clumps.
either
Yeah, you
at
don't
the
want
food
people
or
hanging out
food or
together.
at the
That'd be
drinks.
But what if you have like the indoor-outdoor entertaining.
That's the best. And
That's
Erica
what I'm
has
saying.
that.
That's why we did outside,
Yeah.
so that the bar could be outside.
Yeah, that's smart.
That's the way to go.
Now, I just don't have parties.
For me, it's the
Welcome back. We're just 10 days away from the Super Bowl. Once again, a lot of stars are cashing in on Super Bowl ads. Check out this ad for Pepsi starring Ben Stiller and Steve Martin.
Hi, I'm Ben Stiller.
And I'm Steve Martin.
As actors, in a way, we never really stop acting.
For example, Ben is acting right now like he's not intimidated standing next to me.
And Steve's acting like he's not lucky to be here.
Oh, and Ben's acting like that whole awkward thing he does is a character, not his actual personality.
And Steve's acting like, ooh, I'm Steve Martin, when really he's not so, it's like, okay, we get it. You're like, I mean, whatever, you know.
See what I mean?
Okay, banjo player.
Nepo baby.
See, I love that because
So good.
I wonder how much was ad lib
Me
and how much
too.
was scripted, right? I love like ad lib stuff, and even if they were acting, they pulled it off because they're great.
That's funny to hear that from a person that loves Curb.
I do. I love it.
Your
I
ad-lib
love
things,
it. I
man.
love it. Yeah. It was a good ad. It was a
Very
good ad.
good
And when
ad.
you see that now during the Super Bowl, you're gonna be like, "Wait, I want to see the rest of that
Totally,
to see how
totally.
it ends up." So up next, we've got Top Gun Maverick star Miles Teller and his wife appearing in a Bud Light commercial. Take a look.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes.
A song from Top Gun?
No, continue to yell.
I was just asking.
No, I don't
What
think
were you saying?
so.
Was that a song from Top Gun?
This is the first time we're seeing these, Tori.
That's right. I was just wondering. No, it's not. I'm being told it's not.
It's not. Yeah, they.
Hold. Okay, I got it.
What happened? What happened?
It's hold music. I thought the hold music could be instrumental of a Top Gun song.
You're looking too far into it. It's an alcohol commercial
Yep, my
with
bad.
good-looking people
Yep.
in it.
I was also very impressed by the double open of the cans.
That was good.
Can anybody really do
No,
that?
ambidextrous. Very nice.
No,
Very nice.
I never thought about that.
That was impressive.
You think
That's-
those were his hands?
Yeah, because I need tools to open cans. So
true.
All right.
these are.
We crushed that one. Other companies are releasing short teaser ads for commercials as well. Here's a little compilation.
Don't bug. Your girl is back.
The crowd is deadly silent. Young Cinderella story happening right in front of our eyes. Former quarterback about to become tournament.
One fruit with the ability to make everything better.
Nut.
See?
Oh, there we are again, talking during the ad. So you said avocado wasn't a fruit, it's got a nut. So anything with a nut is a fruit,
I thought it was a
right?
seed.
It's a seed, right?
But isn't
Like
a
a
seed
nut.
a nut?
No.
No.
Huh?
No, I think that's why they
It's
pick.
got a nut.
That's why they pick different
said it
words
was
from
so
It's
got a nut.
Well, no.
Oh, that was fun.
Touche, touche.
That was good. We were like, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I was
cute.
going with a point, and I was like, I have none.
What's funny is I listened to. Oh, we have to go. I just.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Punxsutawney Phil.
Groundhog Day, when Americans wait for Punxsutawney Phil to tell us if there will be 6 more weeks of winter or if spring will come early. So is this just an American tradition? Let's verify. Our sources are the Library of Congress, the Beltane Fire Society, a Scottish organization that seeks to educate the public on Celtic events, and the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources. The Library of Congress traces the origins of Groundhog Day across the pond to Ireland and Scotland, where back in the Neolithic era, about 6,000 years ago, they observed a pre-Christian Celtic celebration called Imach, which is still celebrated today. From February 1st through sundown on February 2nd, people wait for Cailleach, a mythical figure associated with the creation of weather. If Cailleach intended to make winter last a while longer, she would make the weather bright and sunny on Immoc so that she could collect plenty of firewood. But if the weather was bad, that meant winter was almost over. Immoc later morphed into a holiday called Candlemas, which, according to the Library of Congress, honored a similar belief, that a bright, sunshiny Candlemas day meant a longer winter. Germans added a badger to this weather prediction tradition, according to the West Virginia Division of Natural Resources. If it was sunny, the badger would cast a shadow, and that would indicate 6 more weeks of winter. Groundhogs, a species native to North America, became the animal of choice when Germans immigrated to western Pennsylvania. So we can verify, no. The weather predicting tradition of Groundhog Day did not originate in America. Its roots can be traced back to Europe during the Neolithic era between 4300 and 2000 BC. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
This February, love is in the air with a luxury included vacation to Sandals Dunn's River. Watch DBL every day and start entering for your chance to win the trip of a lifetime.
Welcome back. Joey Lawrence has been in the industry for nearly 40 years. Whoa! Earlier he told us about his new movie and working with Anne Heche weeks before her death. Take a look.
Joey Lawrence joined us.
Yes. First of all, welcome, brother. And on behalf of the DBL family, we want to say congratulations. You just welcomed a baby girl in the world.
Yes, you did. Had my third daughter, man. Yeah, she's 2 weeks old. It's crazy.
It looks like you really let yourself go in the process. There, you know, dad bod all over the place. Now, you also have 2 teenage daughters, so tell us, you know, I have 3 kids too. What is it like having a newborn in the house again?
It's wild. Brings back a lot of great memories, you know. A lot of sleepless nights and a lot of crying. You know, doing this again at this age now, at my ripe old age of 46, you know, it's I have a whole different perspective. You know, when I was 29 the first time around, you know, every cry freaked me out. I didn't know what was happening. You want to call the doctor like every time the baby's uncontrollably crying.
Yeah, we have a 6 and a 4-year-old, and we just got out of there. So going back, it's rough. It's rough. But Joey, we actually did a movie like 6 or 7 years ago. I'm surprised you didn't notice that right away. We were on set together for about 8 hours. But it was called Wish for Christmas. Joey, I just want to tell you, you were fantastic. I had to go stand up and do this monologue. It was my first scene like ever, and it was long. And Joey, you're sitting right there. You just encouraged me on, so I just want to say
what's up.
Thank you for that, buddy.
I totally remember you. I saw 100%, man. We both got a little more gray now, but
of course, yeah, and a couple more kids now. A couple more kids.
Well, that's what causes the gray. This is like this is all Dylan right here. This first 2 weeks right there.
Exactly. I just want to tell you, you were fantastic. But let's talk about your new movie, Frankie Meets Jack. This was the first movie script that you wrote, and you wrote it with your wife Samantha. What was it like working with your wife and writing that script?
We were talking over the lockdown and everything. We just said, you know, we were watching all these romantic comedies that we love so much, you know, like When Harry Met Sally and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and My Best Friend's Wedding, and all these things. We were like, let's try to write something for ourselves, because she's so funny and she's so cute and she loves dogs and animals. So we just decided to put our minds together and write something. And then we wrote it and shared it with a couple of our friends who we trust. And they said, man, this script is really great, you know, for a first time couple ever writing something together. And we sold it to Fox and Tubi, and it premieres this Friday night. It's called Frankie Meets Jack.
Unbelievable.
Yes, congratulations.
I want to ask you this. The late Anne Heche is in this movie, and her last social media posts were actually from the movie set. And I just wanted to have you have the floor here. What was it like working with her just weeks before her untimely death?
Listen, Anne, we got this great part, and I said, you know, we would love to have you be a part of the movie. And she said, let me read it, honey. I said, okay. So we sent her the script. I think I can do this. I'm just gonna be me. I was like, that's all we want. And
wow.
she was such a testament to, like, there's no small part. And she came on set and approached it like it was a big budget movie. And she brought her A game, and she was fantastic. And then she talked about her kids and her son going to, you know, tennis camp, and like, it's just crazy that they're like, you know, such a few weeks later, you know, for that to be it. It's just it's really a wild reminder of how short life is, how precious here is,
Beautifully stated. Thank you for sharing that with us. We cannot have you on our show without talking about Blossom. During its 5 seasons, there were many guest appearances. I used to watch your show every week. Who, in your opinion, was the most memorable guest appearance?
You're right. One of my favorite, believe it or not, is Terry Kaiser, who played Bernie in Weekend at Bernie's. And this was like when that movie came out in 1989. I was in 7th grade, and my best friend Chris and I, we flipped over this movie. I got the VHS of this movie. We burned this movie out. I swear we must have watched this movie 100 times. Okay, I know this movie by heart. So when they cast Bernie in Blossom as like he was like a record store owner, I mean of all the big stars we had on that show, I flipped it. That was the one. And I was obsessed with having him do it, and he did like the Bernie chagrin, and I'll never forget it. I was obsessed, man. We had so much fun.
Joey, what a treat. If you're ever in Denver, you have to join us on the panel. Thank you so much for joining us. And to our reviewers, you can watch Frankie Meets Jack Friday, February 3rd on Tubi. Congratulations, Joey. We'll be right back.
Good to see you, buddy.
Thank you so much, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
See, you know how to take the reservation, you just don't know how to hold the reservation.
However, actually holding a reservation can get a little harder, especially when hotels, well, watch rooms go for more than $1,000 a night. So we're verifying, can hotels and short-term rentals legally cancel your reservation? Our sources are attorney George Finn with the Rose Law Group and multiple cancellation policies at hotels and rental companies. So when you book, there is an agreement in place. I give the hotel money, and the hotel makes sure I have a place to stay. Right?
Hotels, legally, they can cancel on you. It's not like an airline where, they're governed by the Department of Transportation.
Yes, hotels can cancel on you. Just like airlines, hotels sometimes do book more people than they have rooms to account for cancellations. But unlike with airlines, there are no federal laws mandating what rights you have if they decide to bump you.
It's a contract between you and them, and legally they can cancel, but they are breaching the contract.
If you do get your stay canceled, well, George Finn says you can sue in a small claims court for breach of contract. But what you get will likely depend on your terms and conditions.
The fine print's extremely important, especially if they have, what governing law applies.
And the policies can vary greatly. For example, companies like Airbnb promise another place to stay or a refund. Hotels, well, they can vary even based on loyalty status. For example, Marriott hotels have different guarantees based on what tier of a client you are. And almost never do cancellation terms include refunding other travel expenses like flights or cars.
The language in there is there for a reason to help protect the company.
So we can verify that yes, hotels and short-term rentals can legally cancel your stay, and your rights are limited.
A pizza party is all fun and games until it's time for cleanup, when for years we thought these big cardboard boxes had to go in the trash because of a little grease. Is that true? Let's verify. We went straight to the sources and found the answer depends on where you are. In D.C., the myth isn't true. Pizza boxes are accepted in the curbside recycling program. A district spokesperson says, contrary to popular belief, typical amounts of grease won't be enough to make the box unrecyclable or to damage recycling machinery, which is more sophisticated than it used to be. And a recent study from the American Forest and Paper Association finds that's the case universally. They encourage communities to update their regulations to accept pizza boxes for recycling. But not everyone's there yet. And according to their websites, Fairfax, Loudoun, Alexandria, and Montgomery counties all still send greasy pizza boxes to landfills. In Arlington, put the pizza box in the yard scrap bin, and in Prince George's County, curbside on Monday mornings, because both counties will compost the pizza boxes for you. If you are somewhere that recycles or composts pizza boxes, just make sure there isn't any leftover food, those little pizza plastic tripods or napkins or anything like that in the box before you get rid of it. For more information on this and all sorts of other resources on recycling where you live, go to WUSA9.com. With your Verify, I'm Abby Larico.
This February, Love is in the air with a luxury included vacation to Sandals Dunn's River. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night escape for 2 to beautiful Jamaica. The winner will be announced on DBL March 1st. Stop dreaming and start entering for your chance to win the trip of a lifetime. Today's Sandals word of the day is waterfall.
Well, that song will now be in my head for a full month.
That every time it goes away, then promo comes back.
It's time for some great deals on some amazing products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out.
Steph, what do you have for us today? Because I'm in a shopping mood.
Hey, Tori. Hi, DBL Nation. We are super excited to show you the deals today, and trust me, they are fabulous. So let's get started. First up today, we've got the Malibu Sky Mindy 3-in-1 tote. So this deal includes 1 large tote bag, 1 crossbody bag, and 1 wristlet. So normally this is $150.
Yeah, I was picturing that.
But we got it for $39.99, which is saving 73%. Right, now this next product, this is great. It's the 2-pack TKO Performance Base Layer shirts. So this deal includes 2 shirts that are available in 2 different color sets. You also get to choose between fleece or non-fleece options. So normally these are $32 each, but we've got 2 for $21.99.
Yes!
Saving 66%. Up next, we've got the Savvy C Sterling Silver Halo Radiant Cut Lab Created Statement Earrings.
Cute.
So this deal includes 1 pair of earrings, and we've got 3 styles. So we've got this beautiful ruby, emerald, and sapphire.
You're speaking my language.
Normally, these are $150, but we've got them for $29.99, saving 80%. Now, this next one, it is the Cook with Color 27-piece Kitchen Essentials set.
Hello.
So this deal includes 20 kitchen utensils and a 7-piece storage set with lids.
Oh, my.
And normally, all of this is $70, but we've got it for $24.99. Which is saving 64%.
All of you, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you know what you can do? You can scan that QR code that's right on screen, and it's going to take you to directly these products on Morning Safe's website. Steph, great products. Thank you so much.
So quickly before we go, if you haven't heard, our very own Erica Cobb has been nominated for an NAACP Image Award.
Yay!
That's right, give it up. You could help her win. So you have until February 10th to cast your vote. It's super simple. Just scan the QR code on your screen. Go to the podcast category, which will save you a lot of time because I did not. And I scrolled through everything. Click on Outstanding Society and Culture and cast your vote for Comeback with Erica Cobb. Also, if you don't listen to it, you're already there. Start listening.
Yes, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm so excited, y'all. This is like the festivities kick off this weekend.
Oh, man. When is the actual award show?
On February 25th, so Saturday, February 25th.
That was my boss.
Yeah. We're pulling for you, girl.
Come on, Erica!
So get in there, make sure you go vote.
Vote.
You're going to win anyway. We'll see you tomorrow. But